They told you to be realistic, to play it safe, to tone it down, to wait your turn. But they forgot one thing: you were not born to live in neutral. Inside every human being is a spark, a small flicker that the world either nurtures or tries to extinguish. And for most, that spark dies long before they're buried. Not from failure, not from rejection, but from settling, from lowering the bar, from confusing comfort with peace and fear with wisdom. But every once in a while, a different kind of person shows up. Someone who refuses to accept the world as it is. Someone who doesn't wait for permission. They ignite that spark and feed it with obsession, belief, and relentless action. They are not driven by comfort. They are driven by a burning desire. And that is the only force that has ever shaped the world. Burning desire built the bridges across great rivers. Burning desire lit up the world when Edison refused to give up after 10,000 failures. Burning desire gave us light, flight, freedom, empires, and miracles. It is not luck. It is not fate. It is desire, magnified and refined until it becomes an unstoppable fire. Let the doubters talk. Let the fearful criticize. Let the small minds laugh at big dreams. Because when a man or woman is driven by a burning desire, they become inevitable. You want change? You want to rise above mediocrity? You want to shatter generational limits, break free from cycles of doubt, fear, and poverty? Then understand this one truth, etched in the foundation of every great success. Desire is the starting point of all achievement, not talent, not resources, not circumstance. Desire. It's the first law of success, and it's the one the world ignores the most. See, most people want things. They want wealth, they want happiness, they want success. But their want is like a leaf in the wind. It changes with the weather. But a burning desire, that's a different beast. A burning desire is not just a want. It is an obsession. It's a demand you place on life, backed by belief, powered by discipline, and proven through action. There's a story that few people know. When Henry Ford decided to build the V8 engine, his engineers told him it was impossible, technically unachievable. They tried and failed for months. Ford didn't care. He simply said, "Build it anyway." Why? Because he had already seen it in his mind. He didn't ask for approval from the world. He commanded the world to bend to his vision. That's what desire looks like when it graduates from hope to certainty. And certainty does not negotiate. Certainty does not wait. Certainty does not apologize for dreaming too big. When Andrew Carnegie sat across from a young Napoleon Hill, he saw potential. Not just in Hill, but in all of us. And he issued a challenge. Dedicate your life to uncovering the laws of success. Study the greatest minds of the age, Edison, Rockefeller, Ford, Roosevelt, and extract the code they lived by. And Hill did it. For 20 years, he studied the titans of industry, the giants of mindset, the builders of empires. And every path to greatness began with one root: definiteness of purpose, backed by burning desire. Let those words sink in. Not vague goals, not casual intentions, definiteness, desire, discipline. You must know what you want, and you must want it so fiercely that nothing, not failure, not delay, not ridicule, can pull you away from it. But here's where most fall. They think desire means just thinking about it, wishing, daydreaming, writing goals in journals and vision boards without action. But true desire has a cost. It demands sacrifice. It demands that you trade your excuses for responsibility, your fears for faith, your comfort for the unknown. It means staying up when others sleep. It means grinding when it's thankless. It means walking through storms with no guarantee, only belief, because desire does not wait for proof. It becomes the proof. Think of Walt Disney, a man who was fired for lacking imagination, a man who went bankrupt, slept in his studio, pitched his ideas hundreds of times, and yet he never let go of that inner world he saw so clearly, because his desire to create a world of wonder was greater than the world's rejection. Today, billions live in the reality he imagined. That's what happens when your dreams outlast your doubts. So the question is not, can you succeed? The question is, how deep is your desire? Will you fight for it when the applause dies? Will you build it when no one believes in you yet? Will you stand for it when the voices tell you to shrink, to slow down, to settle? Because if your answer is yes, truly soul deep yes, then there is no force on earth that can stop you. Not your past, not your failures, not your upbringing, your critics, or your current bank account. Desire, once awakened, becomes a force more powerful than any limitation. You are not here to survive. You are not here to coast through another 30 years of good enough. You are not here to inherit your parents' fears or your teachers' doubts. You are here to rise, to transform thought into reality, to harness the same power that built empires, sparked revolutions, and moved men to the moon. It's not magic. It's not reserved for the chosen few. It is within you right now. The only question is, will you feed it? Because here's the truth most never realize. Desire doesn't need permission. It needs commitment. You don't need the perfect plan. You need a decision that this is no longer a wish, it's a must. That no matter how long it takes, how many doors close, how many failures slap you in the face, you will not stop. You will adapt. You will evolve. You will rise again and again and again until the world makes room for your vision. And it will. Because the universe does not respond to the faint-hearted. It bends for the relentless. Every great success story begins with a quiet moment of resolve. Not a standing ovation, not a cheering crowd, but a silent promise whispered in the dark when no one is watching. I will make this real, or I will die trying. That is burning desire, and that's the moment your life changes. Not on the stage, not in the bank, not at the finish line, but the moment you decide, the moment you draw the line in your soul and say, I will never go back, I will never shrink again, I am becoming who I was born to be. And when that moment happens, you no longer beg for opportunity, you create it. You no longer fear failure, you use it. You no longer need outside approval because your belief is louder than their doubt. You don't just think and grow rich. You believe and become unstoppable. So what is your burning desire? What is the vision that won't leave you alone at night? What is the future that pulls at your chest every time you look in the mirror? That is not a fantasy. That is your assignment. The dream is real, but only you can make it a reality. Only you can breathe life into it through sacrifice, through courage, through daily focused obsession. The world will try to distract you. Your old habits will try to pull you back. People will doubt you. Your fear will scream at you. But remember this, desire backed by faith is more powerful than any obstacle. It is the root of every miracle, every movement, every empire ever built. It's not about luck. It's not about waiting for the perfect time. It's about this moment, or right now, where you choose to either shrink back into average or step forward into your calling. So don't wait, don't hesitate, don't apologize for wanting more. You were not born to play small. You were not born to repeat history. You were born to change it. Let this be the day you light the fire. Let this be the hour you draw the line. Let this be the second your desire becomes non-negotiable. And when that desire takes root, there's no force on earth that can stop you. The world belongs to those who want it most. So want it, burn for it, and don't stop until it's yours.